Hello, this is our case of an atypical fibroxanthoma-like melanoma. It's a rare subtype of high cumulative sun-damaged melanoma with partial dedifferentiation and an aggressive molecular profile. And so, for this particular case, it illustrates the phenomenon of melanoma dedifferentiation, resulting in an altered structural appearance and altered immunohistochemical stainings as well. So, um, For our case, it's a 75-year-old man who came in with a lesion on his scalp that was excised and subsequently sent to pathology, where under initial examination it appeared to be atypical fibroxanthoma, which is a superficial pleomorphic spindle cell tumor that typically arises on sun-damaged skin, particularly on the head and neck of older adults. And so, although it typically resembles a sarcoma, it is technically categorized as a tumor of uncertain differentiation. And so, it's considered to be low-grade malignancy, and it is typically just cut out and can sometimes recur, but doesn't necessarily metastasize that often. And during the diagnosis of it, it is made by excluding other spindle cell neoplasms such as melanoma, squamous cell carcinoma, or other true sarcomas. And so, um, although it did look like atypical melanoma, they applied immunohistochemical markers to allow for the exclusion of those other pathologies, including melanoma. And the result was positivity for SOX10, which is a melanoma marker, but then negativity for other melanoma markers. And so it allowed for the preliminary diagnosis of a dedifferentiated melanoma and to add further confidence to this particular diagnosis, because a melanoma is highly metastatic and is in essence a dangerous lesion, and you want to be certain whenever making that diagnosis. It was sent for genetic studies, and so they used the Caris Life Science Molecular Intelligence Test, using the Decision Diagnosis Melanoma Test that categorized this as a Class 2B melanoma, indicating it had a high risk of recurrence and metastasis, and of the lymph nodes excised and revealed metastasis in 2 of the 5 examined nodes, which further supported the aggressive biological nature of this neoplasm. And so, there in Table 1, you see the markers that were found, and although it's a lot, the goal for this particular case report is to add to the body of literature the genetic and biomarker findings associated with melanoma. As seen with this particular case, immunohistochemical staining can be altered through melanoma's ability of dedifferentiating, and there could be cases in the future where it is melanoma, but it has lost all of its markers. And so what then will have to be done is genetic testing, which is a relatively new technology that is still expensive, but is the up-and-coming thing to do. There will be now evidence to compare it to see if it matches up with other cases like ours that have been determined to be melanoma. And so future studies should explore the role of these mutations in the pathogenesis and potential therapeutic implications for rare variants of melanoma, which is something else that we hope our case report can do by adding to the body of evidence out there. Thank you.